Okay, at the end of this video, you'll have a Laravel, Inertia, and Vue project all set up with this basic structure and some placeholders in the header, and you can start creating your project. The first thing we'll do is open up Visual Studio Code and open up the terminal. And I'll cd into the folder where I want the project to go. Okay, and the first command we'll run will install Laravel, and we'll give it a project name. We'll call it VILT stack. Okay, it's done. The next step is a step I often forget, is to cd into the new folder. And now we can install the rest of the project. So first we'll install Vue. Okay, now we'll install Inertia for Laravel. And next we'll install Inertia for Vue. Okay, and the last thing to install is Tailwind. Okay, and all this has put a bunch of files into our new folder. Let's put all these files in. Now I'm going to go to the GitHub repository to replace a bunch of these files. And we'll do the base project with layout. And then we'll get the link to the URL. Copy that. And back in the terminal, we'll type git clone and then paste in the URL. Enter. So if we refresh this, we see the new folder here. So press Ctrl A and then Ctrl X and replace the files in the destination. And then if we go back into this folder, everything's gone. So we can delete it. Okay, now we can set up Docker. So open up Docker Desktop. And if it doesn't open, you can open it right here. And you can either stop or delete anything that's there. So with that running, we'll type the command docker-compose-up. And we see our project here again. Now we can go to localhost 8080 and log into the database. So the server is MYSQL. Username is root. Password is root. And click Create Database. You can call it whatever you like. I'll call mine VILT stack. And this one, scroll right to the bottom. And it's UTF 8 MB4 General CI. Click Save. Database has been created. Perfect. Now we'll go back to Visual Studio Code and we'll open up our project. Select folder. And we need to modify the .env file. Other files have been overwritten, but this one doesn't get uploaded to GitHub because it has passwords and things like that in it, so we have to modify this. And in the database connection, this is MySQL. And we can uncomment these lines by pressing Ctrl/. Host porter good database, we'll give it the name we just created. Username is root, password is root, and save that. Now we can go to the terminal and go PHP artisan serve. That starts up the back end. And to start up the front end, we go npm run dev. And we also have to run these migrations. So we'll go PHP artisan migrate. And if we go back to the back end, we can see where our project is running, so we can control click on that. And there's our project. And if you want to customize this tab, we already have this flamingo here. If you go to public, and you can upload a new file for favicon, and in .env we can change the project name, the app name. I need the quotes because there's a space there. If I save that, we should see this change. There we go. All right, you're all set up and ready to start creating your website.